Yo, yo, what's up? Hey, what's happening, my friend? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, this is your boy here, Chris, coming to you live from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And hey, really quick, I'm gonna do an early morning edition of the 3M show. You know, where I love to share with you marketing, mindset, and motivational strategies to help you become the entrepreneur God created you to be. And this morning, really quick, I just want to chit chat with you guys in this video to inspire you. So hopefully I can inspire you and motivate you, because usually there are two questions that we all typically will ask. So you guys coming in, feel free to comment below, like this video and share it as well, and type in below where you're watching this. Hey, what's up, Chris? Hey, Thomas, what's going on? States, I'll give you a quick shout out. You know, especially when we want to break through in your business, we want to break through in life. And there's two questions that we always ask. And one is when, God, when, or why, God, why, right? Trust me, I can relate. I know your pain. Now, think about it. Why do we ask these questions? You know, it's because why? We're trying to get a breakthrough, right? And usually, here's the situation. Maybe things are not going fast enough in your life right now. Maybe you're not getting the results you want in your business right now. Maybe things are just not happening. Maybe you got some, hello, good morning, some relationship challenges. I mean, all kinds of different things, right, that might be going on. And you're just confused. Maybe you prayed about it. Maybe you asked God about it. Maybe you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're making sure that you're living the life you should be living. You make sure that you're trying to do everything you should be doing, right? And things are not happening. So what happens typically, we get to a point in our life, trust me, I've been there, where we're like, okay, Lord, when, God, when? When is my breakthrough going to come? You know, why is this happening? Hey, what's up, Latifa? Hey, what's up, Sonia? Why is this happening, right? Well, and what we want answers, right? Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. Why do we truly want answers? Well, typically we want answers. Why? Because we really don't want to trust God for it anymore. You know, we've all heard, just trust God, trust God, trust God, trust God, right? But it gets frustrating to just trust God, right? It gets challenging to just trust God, right? Because one thing about it, we want to be in control. You know, if we can solve a problem, we want to solve that problem ourselves, right? Because that's just how we are, right? But here's the deal. We get in our own way. We want to try to solve our own problems. You understand what I'm saying? We get in our own way with that type of mindset, with that type of behavior. And so what happens is, as long as we keep asking when, God, when, and why, God, why, we're just going to get totally frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. I want to encourage you with a couple scriptures and share this with you. If God made a promise to you, realize that He has not forgot your promise. But realize this. You do not want to continue to asking when, God, when, and why, God, why. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to just create more frustration for yourself. That's all you're going to do. Because what does trust actually mean? You know, we hear the word trust thrown around a lot in the business world, but what does trust actually mean? Well, I got a definition for you. I'm going to read right here. Trust actually means the assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. Let me say that one more time. The assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. Basically, it's a firm belief. It's a firm belief in something reliable, right? So that is trust. So here's the deal. This is going to be a very hard question I'm going to ask you, but you really need to get to the point where you can answer this question and say, you know what? I really do need to challenge myself. But here's the deal. Would you still trust God, or would you still serve God and love God if He did not give you the exact things you're asking for? Would you still love God if things didn't turn out the way that you want? Would you still serve Him? Would you still say God is first in my life? God is good. Will God still be good if everything you've been asking for and seeking and wanting and desiring, you don't get it? Will God still be good? See, my friend, we got to get to the point where we just trust God totally with all our circumstances. Yes, God knows our dreams. God knows our desires. But understand this. God is more concerned first and foremost about us becoming more like Christ. Us being conformed to the image of Christ. And in order for that to happen, we got to go through stuff. Things are not going to happen the way we want. If we had everything exactly the way we want, what's the point of having faith? And think about it. And what is faith, really? I mean, listen, Abraham was promised. Let me give you a good example. Go read Genesis. Go read Genesis 22, verses 1 through 3. But read the story about Abraham. And also see how that is also mentioned in Romans chapter 4. But Abraham was promised at a very old age that they were going to have a kid, right? They was promised that. Abraham was pushing their... He was given this promise, what, in his late 70s? So what happened? He said, you will be God said, I will promise you a child, right? My chosen one, right? And what happened? It didn't happen fast enough. So what did Abraham and Sarah do? They got ahead of God. And what do? When things don't happen fast enough, we don't pray, we don't ask God for a situation, and things didn't happen, we start making decisions for ourselves and ask God to bless it. So what did they do? Like most of us do, they took matters into their own hands, right? And what happened? Abraham went and laid, with the servant girl, and they had a son named Ishmael, and he thought Ishmael was the promised one. God said, no, that's not the promised one. That's not the one that I promised I'm going to give you. But what happened? Abraham kept looking at himself. Abraham like, look, Lord, I'm old. I can barely function now. I'm old and wrinkled. Look at my wife. She's old. She's dried up. She's barren, right? We can't have a child. So we're going to help you out here by producing a child. And God said, no, that's not it. So what did Abraham have to do? He had to still trust God. And you know what? If you read Romans, go read Romans 4:16. It talks about that Abraham still believed in the promise God had given him, even though he was pushing 100, even though Sarah was pushing 90. He still believed in the promise because you know why? The reliable source. See, good thing about it, guys, it's one thing to have faith. It's good to have faith. If you want to succeed in your business or in life, it's good to have faith. But it's much better to know the object of your faith. Because what do you have faith in? Faith in yourself? I mean, faith in other people? Faith in circumstance? I mean, what do you have faith in? We had this discussion when it was in Mexico a couple of days ago with a guy down there, and we was talking about faith. He said, I had faith. I said, well, what do you mean you have faith? I said, the object of your faith determines your faith, because even atheists have faith, right? Everybody has faith. When you drive through an intersection every day, you got faith that red light, that light's green on your side, that is red on the other side, and you got faith that the other drivers are not going to drive to the intersection and hit you. We all got faith. When we go sit down and eat dinner at our dinner table, sit down in the chair. So faith means nothing. The object of your faith is everything. So, and I just give you the definition, and God is the most reliable source that any of us could ever have to trust in. Right? That's why I say in Proverbs 3, trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not to our own understanding. Why? Because what we do is things don't happen fast enough. We get like Abraham and Sarah. We all do it, and we start taking matters into our own hands, and then we want God to get us out of our mess. And now all we've done is prolong the process. We just hung in there, trust in the reliable source that He is, and trust the process. Trust the process. And when we get to that point, we're like, okay, Lord, what is it that you really want to teach me? You understand what I'm saying? We got to get to the point. What do you want to teach me? Because everything has a lesson in it. And God just wants us to trust totally in Him. And be very careful, like I'm saying, when we say, why God, why? When God, when? Because now we're saying, okay, Lord, I need control of my situation. I need to know what's going on. I need to know that this is going to work out for me. Because if not, I'm going to do my own thing, right? And whenever we say, why God, why? And when God, when? We're getting impatient. We're getting frustrated. We're getting flustered. We're trying to figure this thing out. And basically, we don't want to trust God anymore. And that's why you and I have to be very, very careful, my friend, when that situation happens. And so, like I said, we really have to trust in who He is. The Bible said God is not man that He shall lie. He's not like us, say one thing today and flip the script tomorrow. So if God is not man that He shall lie, we should be able to trust Him. So let me ask you these questions really quick. I asked you at the beginning. If you don't get whatever it is that you want, can you still love God? Truly, ask yourself that. If you don't get whatever it is you want, you're seeking in life, whether it's relationship, whether it's business, whether it's money, whatever it is that you want, can you still love God? Will you still serve God all the days of your life? Or are you really just trying to get something from God? Do you just pray to God to get something from Him? Is He just a genie to you? And when you don't get it, you get mad and frustrated? Or do you truly love Him for who He is and what He's done? So ask yourself, my friend, what if you never got what you're seeking? What if you never got that? Would you still trust God and love Him and serve Him with all your heart for the remaining days here on planet Earth? See, once we all can get to that point, we say, you know what, Lord, I trust you no matter what. I was sharing this story with a friend the other day. I said, God has been revealing stuff to me that He's telling me to get to the point in my business that you got to be willing for your business to fail, even though that will crush you, that will hurt you, right? But you got to be willing for your business to fail and say, okay, am I willing to let my business fail and still trust God through the whole situation? The same way God tested Abraham. When he did have that promise, when Isaac was born, God still tested him. And what did God tell him to do? God told him, go up and sacrifice him to me. And Abraham did it because he just like, well, shucks. He done made me have a child at 100. He done have my old barren wife had a child at 90. Obviously, God's in control. If I sacrifice my child, I believe he's going to raise him from the dead. It talks about that in Romans 4. He has the power to bring things that are dead back to life. You know, he has the power to speak those things as if they were. You know, he speak things into existence. So once we can get to that point, we can stop saying why God, why, and when God, when. Our relationship with him grows. Our trust in him grows. We get to a whole nother level. And then, my friend, we get to breakthrough and deliverance. I talked about this in another video. Go watch it. I talked about the 6 phases of success. And also it's like the 6 phases of faith. And I broke this thing down. It's different steps that we're all in right now. Different phases that we're all in right now. Especially if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. We're in different phases right now. Find out where you are. Go watch that video. You should see it on my page here, on my site. But it's very important that we get to the point where we just trust God, being a reliable source He is, and believe that He has our better good in mind. He has the best intentions in mind for us. You know, and He would do more good to ourselves than you or I would ever do to ourselves. I mean, we got to get to the point where we trust Him more than we trust man. Trust Him more than we trust the experts or the gurus or the coaches. We got to trust God 100%. Because once He knows that we do that, man, He'll bless us. He did for Abraham, right? And if He did for Abraham, He'll do it for you and I as well. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Like this video, share it. If it made sense, comment below or what you found most valuable about this video. But we got to get to that point, my friend, where we're saying, we're getting past why God, why, and when God, when, and say, God, what is this trying to teach me? And listen to see what He's trying to teach you, and examine your life, and get to the point where you put Him first in all that you do, my friend. So hope you found this beneficial. Hope it bless your life. Again, like it, share it, comment below. And my friend, I'm going to talk to you in the next video, guys. But remember this, put God first in all that you do, and more information about what I'm doing to help transform lives all across the world. And check me out my site at ChristopherHarrell.com. Peace and God bless. Hey, my friend, if you found this video valuable, go ahead and do yourself a favor by subscribing to my channel by clicking this button that you see over here. And hey, don't forget to show your boy some love by hitting that like button as well. And any questions or feedback, my friend, post them in a comment below. I'll definitely respond to them as soon as I can. Remember, put God first in all that you do, and you will succeed.